Hi everyone, it's me, Rachel. So today is Charlie's birthday, and it is Tuesday, the 24th of June, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, once a month, you can go to our local food pantry, and between 10 and noon, and pick up some supplies. And this is a complete blessing for us. We had an unexpected expense. Not that it was so much unexpected, the cost of it was unexpected. We anticipated it being half of what it was. So we have had well, let me back up. When we moved into our house, it was full of junk. Some good stuff, and some not. So we had borrowed the trailer from the neighbor, and he offered. We didn't ask. And it had sat here in our yard for, well, you've seen it in the videos, but it sat here for at least a year because, first of all, our dump isn't open on the weekends, right? You're probably thinking the same thing I thought when I heard about this, but it's not open on the weekend, so we had to do it during the week, and between appointments of his and ours and me working, there was always something. And we finally got to take the stuff to the landfill dump, whatever you want to call it, on last Friday. Today's Tuesday. And talk about sticker shock. So I have extra money in our budget just for things like this. I assumed it was going to be 100, 150, because it was just like wood and, construction kind of things of stuff that was left here and it needed to be gone. And sticker shock it ended up costing us $298 and some change. So, wow. There went a lot of our leftover budget, so we don't have so much of a leftover budget right now to get us through until I go back to work. And our washing machine stopped working. So I've been washing our clothes. Yes, you guessed it, right here in the sink. I do have a washboard. It was hanging on a wall as a decoration in the bathroom. When we moved in, I kept it, thank God. And yeah, that's what I'm using. And I have one of those laundry soap bars that I would use on like stains and just wash the stains in the sink before I put them in the laundry. Now I'm washing everything in the sink. And so today we received the blessing of being able to go to our local food pantry, and let me show you what we got. I'm going to do this in a couple of different parts. I'll pause you in between because I need to put some of the stuff away. We are just on the end of a heat wave. As you've seen on the news, a lot of people are experiencing really warm temperatures. Today is not as bad. It's the tail end of it. With our humidity levels, it's been into the 100 plus. So I need to get some of this stuff put away. I got some unexpected stuff. So our food pantry, it has a little sheet and you check mark different things on it, and that's what you get, unless they substitute it for something. So first of all, when you go in and you fill out your paperwork, and you're sitting in the waiting area, they have a sign that says you can take 3 things. And it's stuff that is donated, not stuff that they normally have. So the things I picked were some unsalted beef stock, which I thought would be fabulous because it, yeah, I can make a whole bunch of things with it. And the other thing I got was some of these cannellini beans. So I think they're white kidney beans, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, they're really good for white chili and white chicken chili, I believe. And then they have, occasionally they will have these bagels. And these are actually from Panera. And they're so good. So I got some of these bagels. So those were my 3 things that I chose. And they also asked if you wanted some cheese and some butter. And I said, yes, I love cheese and butter. I didn't know I was going to get 2 pounds of cheese and 2 pounds of, or 2 pounds of cheese and 2 pounds of butter. I just thought I'd get one of each. So that was exciting. For choices of meats, they allowed you to pick 3 things. And so I picked the fish nuggets, the fish sticks, and some ground pork. We can use the ground pork in egg roll in a bowl, or we can make some egg rolls with it. Either or. So that's going to be great. Fish sticks are great because they're kind of like fast food and you don't have to do a whole lot to have dinner ready. So I think I mentioned we got apple juice, we got milk. They always have a thing, it says 1% or whole milk. I always mark it that I want milk. I always mark it that I want whole milk, and I get this every time. I don't know if they're like they don't have any milk that's whole, but that's what I always get. So I use it for cooking. And then we got some of this Frosted Flake cereal. We got a 2 pound, usually we get 1 pound packages of rice. We got 2 pounds this time, which I'm thrilled at because we use a lot of rice. And then one of my favorite desserts, well, not desserts, snacks, which apparently dried fruit is really bad if you have high sugar glucose. Who knew that what I thought was my healthy treat is making me take medication, right? So I love these, the dried pitted plums. They're fabulous. I also got 3 pounds of wild blueberries. Oh my gosh. I am thinking maybe some muffins, but I'm going to have to go and they're thawing, so I'm going to have to get them repackaged into smaller containers. And it had a thing for canned vegetables, and I'm not really a huge fan of canned vegetables. I like fresh vegetables or frozen, but they did have navy beans on the list, and they had pinto beans on the list, dried. So I picked those, but I didn't get any of the pinto beans, and I did get some canned pinto beans, which those are fine, but I do prefer the dry beans because they last so much longer. And we got some spaghetti, and it looks like it could be a wheat spaghetti. And so let me get this stuff put away, and then I will be back and show you what else we got. Welcome back. So these are the canned goods and things like that. We got 2 cans of Sloppy Joe mix, 2 cans of beef stew mix. They never asked if I wanted this, but I got spaghetti rings, and this is just the pasta with the cheese sauce, little baby ones. These are great if you lose power because, you know, they're already made. So same thing with the beef stew. We got 2 cans of tuna in water. Can't go wrong with that. We got some tomato sauce so we can make our own tomato spaghetti sauce. Just add our own spices. One of the things that they did ask if I wanted was spaghetti sauce, and I did not get any spaghetti sauce, but that's okay. I asked, the only canned veggie I asked was whole kernel corn, because occasionally we do use that, like on a tater tot casserole, or if we make shepherd pie. And it had 3 choices for soups, and you could get 2 of each, or you could get 2 out of the 3. So the choices were chicken noodle, tomato, or cream of mushroom. I like cream of mushroom. It's a great base for making casseroles. And I like tomato because we eat a lot of grilled cheese and tomato soup. So here is the pinto beans. As I said, they had dried beans, but apparently they may be out of them, so they exchanged it for the pinto beans. We got a thing of ketchup. We usually get ketchup. We didn't get syrup this time, which is unusual. We got some oil, some vegetable oil. We got 2 cans of chicken broth, which was awesome. And we also got a thing of peanut butter. We usually get a container of peanut butter. So that's fantastic, because I eat a lot of peanut butter. Probably another thing I shouldn't eat a lot of, but anyway. We got 2 things of ramen noodles, beef flavored, 2 of the chicken. We got this, it's kind of like Hamburger Helper. It's called Premier Pantry, and it's the beef pasta one. And then we also got this stroganoff. We got 2 of those. We got this rice side, and I've never had this one. It's cheddar broccoli, but it looks really good. And I used my rice cooker to make these, so it doesn't heat the house up, and I don't have to sit there and watch it. So I really appreciate that. We got some of this pancake mix, which I love. I will add 2 cups to the entire bag of water and make up all the pancakes. And we'll put them in the freezer, and we can just heat them up in the microwave, and they are done. And one moment, and let me move over to the other counter. And we're back. So for toiletries, we got a 4-pack of toilet paper, and we got some of this shampoo, and it is ACA, I don't even know if I pronounced that right. Berry essence, extract, and vitamin E, and it says it's Bodylicious shampoo, and I'm going in to smell. One moment. Oh, it smells really fruity, like berry fruity. So, berry fruity instead of very. Okay, so enough of me being silly. We got some of this all-purpose baking mix. This is really good for making some biscuits. So, flaky biscuits, you need half of the pouch and a half a cup of milk. But I would assume you probably could use water and maybe add some oil to it because the milk's got fat in it. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure you could probably add some butter or some kind of oil for the fat portion. Anyway, and then we got a thing of cheesy au gratin potatoes and some creamy scallop potatoes and 2 packages of macaroni and cheese. And that is everything that we got. We do receive a voucher that's good for our local mom and pop store, so we can pick up different things. Today is the day that the cells go out. there, and I looked this morning online, and they really didn't have any great sales of stuff that we usually get. They did have some Bush's baked beans, and you can get 2 of them for $3, which is a fairly good deal, so $1.50 each. And those are kind of nice because we can just make some hamburger or hot dogs on the grill and have hot dogs and some baked beans. I always dress the baked beans up, though. I add some molasses and some onions and sometimes some jalapenos. Anyway, and make them taste better. They have a Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, which is good barbecue sauce, but you can only get 2 of them, and they're 99 cents each. So we'll probably get those so we can stock up. And then they had water, and we've been drinking tons of water since the heat wave. Well, Charlie drinks tons of water. I drink the water out of the sink because I think it tastes delicious and it's nice and cold. And I like ice in my water. So I use my reusable container and make ice water. So anyway, that's what we got at the local food pantry this month. And let me know if you're able to utilize any food pantries or food banks in your area. We also, next month, will get to go to on July 31st, I believe, we're going to be able to go to our Feeding America mobile food truck. And hopefully they have some fresh produce in there. We usually don't get anything fresh, so I think that's kind of what the voucher's for. One of the things it's for, to get fresh food. And so when I go to the grocery store, I will be looking for the things marked down, because there really isn't anything on sale that I feel is a good deal. And thank you for watching, and if you're still here, I appreciate you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, so you don't miss out on the next video. And until then, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.